So let's get into it. This is a Honda 6-speed, and on page 37, I know the lights are dim right now, but on page 37 and 38 of Sean's section is the application charts for what this unit goes in. 2010 and up Odyssey, a whole host of Acuras, and so we're going to be seeing a lot of these units coming out here. Just, you know, very soon, maybe in 6 months they'll be coming out of warranty. So let's get to it. I built this, this unit's put together right now so it can be taken apart very easily. I didn't bring the pullers and the bearings from LA because I only have an hour and 15 minutes to take this thing apart. So let's get right after it. The first thing we're going to do is get these end covers off of here. There's 4 of them. This particular hole is where the reverse gear is accessed, so we can line the gears up when we put the unit back together. There are 2 nuts on these shafts right here. One is a left-handed thread. This 12-point nut right here is the, can we see that okay, Sean?
Yes.
That's the left-handed thread. And over here, I just wired it to the trans because the cover wouldn't fit on with it. These 2 shafts have spacers on them, and I think Sean can get a pretty good close-up. The X faces up on these, and when the nuts first come off, can you get that okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And when these first come off, you're going to have to pry them off with screwdrivers because they're a press fit. So both of these washers, the X faces up. And this last little cover, and of course all these covers have O-rings. You know, the O-rings are off to protect the innocent today. And down here, this particular hole is where the snap ring is that you're going to have to manipulate to bring the cover off. Let's, before we split this thing apart, let's take a look at the solenoid body. We got 3 pressure switches. We've got 7 solenoids. 4 of these are PWM. The 3 down here are on-off solenoids. The thing about this is that there's no CPC solenoid, CPC valves in this unit. The clutch applied pressure in these units is run through the solenoids, kind of like a 604. 604 runs the solenoids right to the clutch packs. Well, they got rid of this CPC solenoids, and now they actually smartened up. 1 less valve to stick and cause shifting problems. These are not replaceable. This whole unit, I looked it up a couple of weeks ago, anywhere between $300 and $600 for this complete solenoid body. The other nice thing about this setup is all the pressure switches are identical. They're all green and they all have the same specifications, which I don't know at this time. But that's okay, we're here to tear it apart. So we're going to, let's just leave this out so we can see it here. Can you see that okay?
Yes.
You know, it's kind of like, I thought about that this morning. How many of you guys tore apart units while the customer is over your shoulder, you know, and I got, oh man, this customer is right over my shoulder and he wants to see my unit. Well, now I got 250 of y'all looking over my shoulder. So, if something goes wrong, right, it's going to happen in front of y'all.
Alright, Bill, we've already seen you.
Right? Yeah. So,
this one doesn't have to work.
This, But it could. We've got 11 feed pipes here. Now, get one of those out of here. This video camera is pretty good. Can you get a close-up of that right there? I'll hold still here for a second. You see the filters, all these pipes have the small filters in them, just like the rest of the Hondas have. You got that okay?
Yes.
That's a great camera. And they do come out, I'm not going to pull the filter out right now, but they do come out for cleaning. And all of these pipes, the filter faces in towards the solenoid body. So that fits down in there. Let's set this dog aside here and keep going. So, and that's the rest of the stuff. You know, we've got a couple of speed sensors here. Nice thing about these speed sensors, they are identical. All right, now we're ready to take the case house apart. And if something's going to go wrong, this is that time. Aren't these electric guns the best things in sliced bread? Now there isn't any tabs around this case to actually get into and pry it, but there are tabs. Let me show you. Right here, Sean. There's a boss right here that we're going to get a punch up into, and I believe another one on the other side over here. So try not to screw up the gasket surfaces, which, you know, we're all pretty good at doing that. Like I said, this is going to be the challenging part.